Say, you're pretty fast.
Thanks.
Trouble is, you walk around with the trigger depressed like that, and you'll stop yourself or a co-worker cold.
What do you mean?
You ever wonder why they call Jimmy Flash?
Because he's a photographer.
Jimmy wasn't always a photographer. He once had a promising career ahead of him as a star tailback for Notre Dame. Flash O'Hara. The pros were sizing him up. You tell the rest, Jimmy.
I once had a summer construction job. I was using a nail gun, holding down the trigger and really zipping along, when I bent down to pick something up and brushed the contacting element against my leg. The nail went right into my leg. But hey, it ain't so bad. You get used to the limp. I don't mind being a shutterbug now. Though I do miss playing ball and going to dances. But hey, it ain't so bad.
Have you ever considered a career as a commercial airline pilot? You should. As an airline pilot, you'll gain respect, travel to exotic lands, and earn more money. If you have the will to succeed and a valid credit card account, you can learn to fly with the Captain Chuck Powers 10 Days to Take Off Home Study Course. Anyone can do it.
Right now I'm stuck in this office as an administrative assistant. But by this time next month, I'm going to be a commercial airline pilot.
One day on one of my airport runs, it hits me. If I could learn how to fly the big jets, I could pull down some serious coin. The Captain Chuck Powers program is going to make my dream come true.
Someone you don't know put a human head in your window well? It's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
Well, how else would it happen? You know, maybe some woman accidentally got her head decapitated in a freak lawnmower accident, and her head landed in my window well, and the rest of her body just kept running down the street, you know, like a chicken, bouncing off of houses until it fell over out in the woods somewhere, and no one's around to see this happen and report it until I find the head. Is that easier to believe? Oh, I know. Or maybe a good personal friend of mine chopped off a woman's head and stuck it in my window well as kind of a practical joke. Is that easier to believe?
I'll ask the questions, Corman. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now let me see if I've got your story straight. The head of a person you don't know, but you do know is a woman who is not named Judy, is placed, or possibly just falls, into your window well by someone that you either don't know at all or is a good personal friend. You see where I might have a few problems with that story?
Well, no. Well, maybe yes, but...
Look what I found.
Where'd you find it?
In the dishwasher. Been washed.
You tell me about this knife, Corman?
Well, yeah. Carol used it to chop up the chicken last night.
Chop up the chicken? That's funny. My wife uses a small knife to cut the joints apart.
Well, we fixed it Chinese style. You know, where you chop it into pieces.
You're good, Corman. Very good. Bag it and tag it.
Wait a minute. Am I a suspect?
One time I was mowing my yard at home and lost mine and had the fire chief call me on my radio, and I found my pager hanging in a magnolia tree in the front yard. I decided that if the pager in fact was still working after going through the compactor, that possibly we could get on the radio and see if we could hear it talking in the compactor truck.
Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Unit 1 to Unit 30. Test 1, 2, 3.
Y'all hear anything?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Here it is, right here. Right here. Here it is.
Got it.
All right. Good, good.
Using ingenuity and teamwork, the public servants of New Albany persevered and found the missing pager.
Amazingly, the pager was not hurt at all. It was in excellent condition, worked just like it did before it was lost. I don't know if anybody else's pager would have survived this ordeal, but I know a Motorola did.
This story proves once again that Motorola will always come through even the messiest of true radio adventures.